Welcome to another episode of Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news and insights from Littlefield Agency.
Welcome back, buddy.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, I feel like it's been 3 months.
Feels like it's been 3 months. It's only been 1 week.
Or has it been 2 weeks? Was John last week?
John's
a week
he
before.
was 2 weeks
dude,
ago.
those 2 weeks. So I haven't seen you in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we didn't record last week.
I know we didn't.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Wow.
Not in here.
This is crazy. Yeah, in here. Yeah, no, I see you all the time.
see me all the time.
Hey, it's good to see you, buddy.
Thanks.
We are super excited today for this episode because it is the inbound preview and it's going to be amazing. Before we get to that, Claude, don't you even think about hitting some bells. We took a shot of Celsius before this. Roop's got it in there. It's actually pretty tasty.
My second glass.
I can't drink a whole one because, to be completely honest, it's just makes me jittery, but it's giving me some good mental clarity. Hey, we have a team down in Austin, Texas. Chelsea, Rocco, and Brock are kicking off the Velocity Credit Union relationship, which is super exciting. A great client down there.
Austin, Texas?
Austin, Texas. Not Boston, Austin.
Austin.
Crazy enough, I celebrated my 8-year work anniversary at the agency.
It does feel weird.
Right?
I don't know if that feels like a long time
How
or
does
a
that
short
feel
time.
to you? You've been here for 13 years?
12,
12?
I think, yeah.
I've been
Going
here
on
for
13.
8 years.
Yeah, so when I do that math, I'm like, oh, I've only been here like 5 years. He's been here longer than I've not seen. It's weird to me. So I don't know if it's a long time or a short time. But I think when we go back and look at photos from 8 years ago, you would.
Let's not bring that up, buddy. I had a lot of hair then. Come on. But it's been a good 8 years, a fast 8 years.
Yes.
I think ever since the pandemic, right? Maybe that shit just kind of
messed with
expedites
time.
everything. But anyway, so we are here to talk about all things inbound because we are not going to Austin next week. We are going to
Boston, Massachusetts.
We are so excited. Claude, let's talk all things inbound.
I can't believe it's already here. I feel like we've been talking about it off and on for
6 months.
Yeah.
So, should we get into our one and our only topic, number one, Inbound Boston 2024? Boom. So, Roop, you and I have been talking about inbound for years. This is your third inbound.
Yeah. So,
would you give our listeners just a preview of what in the world
is Inbound?
Inbound is?
So, Inbound is a marketing conference that's put on by HubSpot, which is a CRM that we love. We're HubSpot
a certified partner.
partners. Yeah. And we have several clients that work inside HubSpot. More on that in a sec. But it's a marketing conference. So anywhere from, I think they said at the height, there was like 22,000 people descended on downtown Boston and attend this thing. It's a 3-day event. They usually close out with a huge speaker of some type. First year I went, it was Barack Obama. Last year was Reese Witherspoon, and this year is Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, man.
Yeah, who owns a marketing agency. So like he's a big name, a celebrity and all that, but also kind of legit to why we're going, right? There's tons of B2B sessions. There's tons of email sessions. There's lots of AI sessions where you learn about stuff like that. You learn about the HubSpot platform, of course. But there's just a lot to absorb and get there. The first year I went by myself and was, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but I was like, man.
You were a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't possibly soak it all in by yourself. There's just too much happening.
So you came back from 2022 and you're like,
Yeah.
Sammy, you got to go.
Yeah, I immediately was like, there needs to be two of us there. You were going to go last year.
And then I just looked at my calendar. I was in Florida on a pre-planned family vacation. And that's my bad. That's on me. Because I planned the vacation.
Well, Florida vacation might be better than Boston.
I don't know, man. This is so I couldn't make last year. You went again last year. And then here we are.
My year 3, your year 1.
Yeah.
And really, it's kind of, who's going with us?
We're rolling deep. So Joy Holver from the agency is coming with us. She is bringing her client, Adriana from Williams, which is awesome.
Yes.
So we'll have Adriana rolling with us. We convinced Sean Hubbard to come along, and he kind of a last minute decision. He was in and out, and then
Ditch with
decided,
Sean.
hey, I'm ditch with Sean.
Yeah.
He's coming with us. So we've got 2 clients with us. It's you, me, and Joy. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a hell of a time.
Yeah, so in 3 years, we went from just me to 5 of us all
to
heading
5
out
of
there,
us. Yeah. And here's the cool thing. Ryan Reynolds, great example. Serena Williams is this year.
Yes.
Amazing. Some really, really just incredible humans and successful. And they're now not only successful athletes and, an actor, but
entrepreneur, actor.
Yeah, entrepreneur, and Ryan dabbles in a lot of things. So does Serena. So you get speakers like that. But then we have, and I'm looking at my computer here, we have a jam-packed, so we fly out on Tuesday, and we have a jam-packed agenda Wednesday, Thursday. I come home Friday early. You're staying a little bit later to see Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. But Roop, let's highlight kind of your top 2 or 3 just sessions that you're looking forward to for next week.
Yeah. So when you get these, the way it works is there's so much happening. They try to organize it with this app that you log
Roop's
into.
showing it to the camera
the app
right now.
for people. Yeah. Thanks for the color commentary there. So you have this app and you kind of schedule your favorites, and some of them are required to have reserved seats.
Which I was not available when these came out, and my dear Lord, they went fast.
Yeah, and I still didn't get all of them. So like you kind of put together a schedule of what you want to attend, and then when you're there in the moment, sometimes a session may not be what you thought, and you kind of dip out early and go to a backup session, or even ones that aren't reserved seats fill up, and so you have to have backup. So you kind of schedule a lot of different things. But last year was all about AI. Which made sense because that was what everyone was talking about last year. This year, there's also a lot of AI. HubSpot will tend to announce new products and kind of services as well here. But it's always things that are useful. Like you're like, oh, good, finally we got like Content Hub was a big one last year.
Well, and as a reminder, last year, Roop literally came back from Inbound and was like, Sam, you have to step up your LinkedIn presence. He was like, I'm a believer in LinkedIn, and you weren't.
Yeah.
You really kind of poo-pooed on the platform.
I hated it. Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? And this is what I love about Roop. He comes back from a great conference and was like, I'm wrong, because the power of LinkedIn is a thing. And let's go unlock it together.
And you've been enjoying LinkedIn, I think.
I live on LinkedIn now. I really do. I love it. But you met someone last year that you really have come. He's been a guest on our podcast, Jay Schwedelson. Jay's a keynote speaker.
He's main stage this year.
He's main stage.
That's
and like
big stuff.
They've got a bunch of little side stages. It's a huge convention center, but like main stage, we're talking packed house. This is big time. Jay was on our podcast earlier this year. You're looking forward to his email marketing sessions.
He's got I think 3 sessions, the main stage one, and then
I'm able to go to 2 of them.
I think I got into all 3, if I recall. Incredible. He does a really great job of presenting and kind of inspiring and giving good notes on email marketing and marketing in general. So he's a good one. Neil Patel's there.
Neil Patel's legit.
Which I think you're going to that one.
I'm going to that one. There's how to build a 7-figure B2B media brand. And I'm not looking at that for the agency. I'm looking at that on behalf of our clients. Yep. But it's things like that. So there's marketing, very tactical things. There's big, what I would call 30,000 foot strategic, how to build a 7-figure B2B media brand. We're going to encourage our clients to go to the next gen of lead gen, meet your future customer on TikTok. Wow, that's a great one. Yeah. Very, very timely.
And you'll see there. There's kind of a vendor alley you get to walk through, but little side pockets here and there. LinkedIn usually has a presence. Yep. TikTok was there last year. Google will be there. So a lot of the big brands that we interact with and talk to just in our day-to-day jobs anyhow are present. You can kind of walk up and ask them questions or whatever. Like it's awesome.
Well, and I'm so excited, like not only to learn the networking opportunities, right? I mean, I've already been solicited ridiculous, honestly, it's a little overboard by some people, on meeting up. And Roop, tell our listeners, like, you scan each other's badges, you get their LinkedIn information. Like it's an amazing connector opportunity. Yeah.
The first year I went, when I thought, man, Sam would love this, it was literally that side of it. So I'm going and I'm trying to, learn new stuff and get new trends and bring those things back and thinking about how they would apply to us and our clients. But there's kind of this whole other part of Inbound that's very social. And there's little meetup groups where if you're a B2B marketer and you do social media management, for example, there might be a meetup for other people like you.
Cool.
And you just kind of get together. It's usually you can be at a bar or a little corner of the arena there. But those social elements. I'm not super social, believe it or not.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm not. So they give you a badge, and you carry this badge, and it's got a little electronic deal in it. And if you want to connect with people, they did it in a really nice way. You just kind of tap the badges together, and your LinkedIn profiles are connected. And that's kind of it. And you can follow up and talk to people on LinkedIn or within the app they made. But I connected with, I think, a guy from Germany or something that first year. Yeah. And he was really cool. And we kind of had some stuff that we had in common we'd worked on. So it was kind of interesting to talk to him. But like I said, I'm not super social. I don't really go up to people and just
I'm not
introduce
super
myself
social
like that.
either. Yeah, it's going to be going to be interesting.
But I saw the application and a lot of people doing it. I thought, man, Sam would be right in heaven here.
Well, and so our plan, which I think I'm most excited, the networking opportunity is very cool. What I'm most excited about is we're going from 1 to 5 people, right?
Yeah.
So now we can cover a lot of ground. Roop, you go to this session, which we planned accordingly. Roop's going to a session at 11:30. I'm going to this session at 11:30. Joy's going to that session. And then as we meet up for lunch and dinners, et cetera, we can all compare and see what was the most interesting, where's their opportunity. Like I said, there's tactical things. There's a fireside chat, leveraging your data for growth. That sounds awesome. Like Chris Kaiser, right? Like he would love that. There's another one, scaling from millions to billions while boosting your NPS. Culture piece. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing sessions, and I think they've done a nice job. There are some longer sessions, hour plus. Most of them are 30 minutes, which I think is smart. Yeah,
you get in and out pretty quick, and you learn a lot in that time. And most of the speakers will have a QR code or something on the screen where you can download and take their deck with you, or follow up, or obviously they want you to connect with them on LinkedIn. And that's kind of how I met Jay. I connected with him and asked him questions. He's responded.
Well, and here's the thing. Jay is going to be incredibly busy, and God knows what he's got going on the speaker front. He has reacted to my message of, we would like to buy Jay a drink in Boston. But I was like, depending on your schedule, and he clapped, emojied it.
Yeah.
We'll find Jay, we're going to find you. We'll find some time, have a drink. But, the weather in Boston is going to be amazing. Sammy's ready for a lobster roll. I love lobster. I love it. I'm ready for a good roll. And then kudos to Sean from Ditch Witch.
Oh, man.
Who texted me over the weekend. He was like, hey, he's got a buddy up in Boston. He said, did you know that Post Malone is playing at Fenway Park on Wednesday night?
Ever heard of it?
Holy smokes, dude. Never been. I'm so pumped. Claudia and I have a little bit of a bone to pick. Claudia doesn't like Post Malone anymore, which is kind of insane.
Well, she clarified she doesn't like the country
Post Malone.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
That's all he's playing, by the way. I looked it up. He's only playing country music.
At the show, he's only
playing country. He'll play a couple of bangers.
No, he's not going to. It's only country.
Let's bet a cocktail.
Okay.
But we got great tickets. It's going to be super fun. Fenway Park, under the stars.
Few lagas.
Posty, few lagas. Some laps and some lagas.
It's going to be a great week. We're going to come back. I'm super hyped that you guys are all coming too, because when I've come back and had to, take what I've learned and talk to the agency or talk about it on the podcast, it's all just me.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm missing parts of Inbound. So it feels good that we've kind of divided and conquered here. And we have some plans to bring Joy onto the podcast, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Talk about this.
And I'm glad you brought that up. So coming off, we're going to be off next week. We'll be in all things Inbound. We don't have, A, we're not going to bring the equipment, and B, we just won't have the time.
We did think about it.
And we thought about going live from Inbound, to be honest, but it's just too jam-packed of a schedule. Yeah. What I'm really excited about is I think we're going to come back and do a 2-part session.
Yes.
Roop and I are going to debrief. We are going to have Joy on. I would imagine that we'd probably bring on Sean and Adriana at some point as well.
Yeah, good chance.
Just to get their point of view and get their perspective. But if you are going to Inbound, please drop us a note. We'd love to connect and see you. Please don't offer us free AirPods.
You can offer me free AirPods. I would take the free AirPods.
Got a lady blowing me up for free AirPods. Like, holy smokes. But anyway, it's going to be a great week. I also think these out-of-office activities, they're great. Bonding times, catch-up times, all the fun times.
Yeah.
So
it's a
really
full
nice
week. It's a fun week. It's a really like you said. I usually come back pretty hyped from these.
Yeah.
So I look forward to this. It's kind of my Christmas. I look forward to this just like a vacation.
I love this.
Yeah.
My man. Okay, cool. So if you're at Inbound, we'll hopefully see you there. And if you are not, stay tuned. We will come back with all of the information, the excitement, the enthusiasm, and ready to hit the ground running into Q4.
Are we going to come back with Post Malone face tattoos, do you think?
100%.
All right, sounds good.
Right here.
And they're going to shotgun Celsius each.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That was nice.
That's how we're going to end up with tattoos. Right there.
Tara's going to be thrilled. Okay, we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for listening.
Adios.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed our little chat and found ways to grow your own marketing strategies. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow us on social media @Littlefield Agency.